I don't even know what day it is. I think it's 18. It's Sunday 29th. I've had a really good night's sleep. Really good night. But it was needed after yesterday. So I'm going to sit on this here picnic bench and just talk to you briefly. So a couple of options today. My programme itinerary gives me about 34 miles left to a wild campsite, middle of nowhere on my own. And then 26 miles the following day. Pretty much all downhill to Lemur, so that would be 2 days. Or I could hit a big 60 today and go all the way to Lemur across country. And the third option, which Sean has raised, is that there's a road cut off from here that takes us to Lemur, and it's 26 miles from here to Lemur. He was initially talking about going further, and I just said, I might just stop at Lemur where there's some services, get a meal, get a breakfast. And he said yeah, he might well be up for that. So should I beat myself up about the fact I'm not going to go round through a canyon over another big hill? Probably, knowing my head, I will. But actually my body is battered and tired, and I don't think it's going to hurt me at all to have a short day, get to Lemur and just take my time, relax, do some admin, get a nap, do some sleep. So I think that's going to be the plan for the day. At the end of the day, I'm missing probably 25 miles of hard riding. I could really do with some time out of the saddle. It's not a rest day, but I think it's a good idea. I think it'll do me good, and I suspect my family, when they watch this, they'll thank God he's actually taking some time and not abusing himself because he feels he has to push all the time. I know in my head I'll have a battle with that, but that's all right. I can cope with that. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. I've just got the last of the tent put away because it's all dry, which is fantastic. The morning sun's dried off all the canvas, so that's great. So the bike's pretty much ready to go. It's only 10 to 8. I'm not going to rush. I get Wi-Fi for about 10 minutes at a time, and it's really weak. I'm going to try ringing home, but we'll see. If I can't, I can't. No one's expecting it. And that's it. Then beyond the road, I reckon it's going to be probably 4 hours of pedalling, which is okay. I mean, we get there early afternoon with any luck and chill out from there. But I'll try and update you on the way. I think it's pretty much all road, so there's not going to be a great deal to see, but we'll have a look around Lemur when we get there, shall we? Oh, welcome to the trail. I've only done 8 miles. My legs are absolutely spent. Very glad I've opted for the alternate. It's 37 miles, the alternate, which is still a good pedal when your legs feel this dead. But that's not a bad start to the day, is it? If that ain't cowboy western country, I really don't know what is. So Sean's up ahead of me quite a long way. He's powering on, but we're taking the same route, and we're going to hopefully, well, I'm stopping at Lemur. There ain't no doubt about that. I'm stopping at Lemur, hopefully get a good square meal and another good night's sleep, and that'll put me on the road to recovery. And I think my next day after that is 50 plus, so I'll need a fresh pair of legs by then. But just enjoying the day. It's beautifully warm, clear skies. I think the 3 clouds you can see on the screen are the only 3 in the sky. So moving on. Well, the road to Lemur, it is tarmacked, which is nice. It's pretty straight in both directions. I've just stopped to top up my water bottles. I cannot believe the number of martins that are here. I don't know exactly what type they are, but all their nests were under the highway bridge a little while ago. The highway you can just see running on the foot of those hills there. Thankfully we're not near it, which is useful. Lemur nestles sort of round the corner to the left of those big mountains. The pass I would have come through is through the midst of there, but I am struggling quite hard today. The saddle is really taking its toll on me, and I'm over halfway and already really wishing I wasn't riding today. So it's a good decision to take the cutout option and have a shorter day. I'm sure it'll do me good, particularly if I can get some good food and a nap as well as a sleep. I think my body needs a chance to recharge. But anyway, thought I'd share the view and the birds with you, and then I'm going to push on. Well, that is the view of collected bikes from Pete's Steakhouse, which is on the outskirts of Lemur. It's this place here, very old America, and I've just gone in there with Sean and Nate, ordered a massive ribeye blue. Looks really nice. I got to Lemur. It's been a long, hard slog. I'm very tired. I know I keep saying it. I'm very tired. I'm very sore, but I'm here. Going to find a campground in a little while, but that's not going to be a problem. There's plenty of places to camp. I'm going to get a good night's sleep, and then I'll be fit to get up and go tomorrow, which is awesome. So very much looking forward to a good steak and a sit down, and then a good night's sleep. So I'm going to leave this one short. Love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, I think it's day 19. I genuinely am going to have to look in a book to be sure. I spent the night at the Beaverhead Motel. How's that for an American styly motel? I was shattered. So we got here at about 2. I lounged until 4. Went and had a bloody great big sirloin, ribeye steak and stuff after that. And then Sean and I decided to split a motel room and share the cost. I think it's shut now. No. So great big double bed. It's old. The new owners are trying to renovate it all, but it was really good. I slept for nearly 10 hours, which was wonderful, and I feel much better sleep-wise. I'm just not so sure about putting my backside in a saddle right now, but that's fine. There's a little cafe just over the way. I'm not sure if that's Ian's or Jan's, but either way, I'm going to go over there, get some coffee, get some breakfast. Then I need to get some provisions, and then I'm looking to try and get myself up to Red Rocks Lake, which is about 56 miles away, where I'm going to camp by the lake, hopefully. And then an even longer day tomorrow, but most of that is downhill, so quite looking forward to that. So let's see how the day goes, but let's get started with some breakfast. Well, welcome back. What a slow start. I didn't leave till 10 till 11. Various reasons: lethargy, tiredness, laziness. Big breakfast, bacon, eggs, blueberry pancakes, cream, maple syrup, coffee, but also some really productive stuff. Met a northbounder who I've seen on the Facebook group a couple of times, Chris Venables. Bless you, Chris, if you ever watch that, you are an absolute angel. He managed to send me all the ride with GPS routes so I could download them, update my ride with GPS and have them offline, which is massive because my Garmin doesn't work offline. It's great for going, but in the evening trying to plan your bits and bobs, it's a nightmare. So now got the full route offline with all the points of interest on it, which is awesome. So I'm literally just out of Lemur. Look at this. It's fantastic. But then where hasn't been? Maybe inner cities, but everything else has been awesome. I've had a good morning in. Spoke to Will out in Switzerland. Lovely to speak with you, Will. Spoke with Connor. Saw my granddaughter. So really nice. So do I regret being late? Do I Eckers like? Chris also gave me some great advice about a place called Coulter Bay, which is 3 days away including today, and I am taking a rest day, and I may even take 2. And I think after 18 days of pedalling, I'm finally starting to slow down in my head and relax and take the advice that everyone has given me, bless you all, of just take my time, enjoy the journey, don't get hung up on the numbers, get hung up on the view. and it's really good. I'm very sore, but I'm only a few miles in, but I'm pedalling uphill while I talk to you. I'm coping, and yeah, a good start to the morning. So I'll push on. I'll catch up with you later. Well, just after lunchtime. It's 2:30. I stopped at 2 o'clock for a sandwich which I'd bought in the little supermarket in Lima, and I've been on this road, as you know, for a very long time out of Lima. I'm kind of at a loss of how to describe it. I mean, the sky looks like a child's painting, a fairy tale story. It is the brightest blue. The clouds are literally cotton wool balls scattered amongst it, and yet when you look at the hills over there, there's snow on them. Now I don't know what the temperature is, because I've got absolutely no phone signal and it all links together and tells me how warm it is in a number, but I know it's blimmin' hot. I'm certainly perspiring greatly, and I wouldn't describe it as arid. It's very green. You could call it desolate, but there's a road here. Wild, yes, but kind of tamed, because there's fences everywhere. Lima Reservoir is the big body of water you can see there. I topped up as I came across it way back when, at the other end of it, filled my bottles up, so I've still got about 2.5 bottles left. I'm probably not drinking enough. I don't seem to every day. I seem to be short and end up having to catch up of an evening, which is not really the way to do it. But do you know, I'm feeling really good. Bit of a revelation leaving later. Probably a good night's sleep and a blinking great big breakfast helped, but I am feeling good. I've got my little audio book on because there is virtually no bird life out here to listen to. There's nothing to listen to. I mean, it's totally silent. The only noise is when I pedal, and the noise of the bike on the gravel. The carbon drive belt on the pinion gearbox gets a bit squeaky when it gets dusty, and I haven't got the water to waste to wash it off. But that's fine. I can live with it. It sounds a bit like a cricket going off in the back of your head, which is okay. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty upbeat. You know, I've got probably 4 hours more riding to do, and well, what the heck? I'm over halfway in the climbing today. I'm going to camp by a lake, which sounds idyllic, apart from the mozzies, but to be honest, once I've topped my water up, I'm going to crawl in, do a little bit of personal admin in regards of cooking my tea and everything, and then I'm just going to go to sleep early and listen to the bird life on the lake and everything else that goes with it. I feel great because I've got those maps now and I can navigate offline. It's a glorious day. It's dry, it's pretty. The road is, in comparison to what I've done, the road is flat, but it's not flat. It's undulating. It's only 1 or 2%, and then a little kicker of up to about 8%. If it gets to 6 today, I'm just getting off and walking the last little peak of it, chilling out, taking my time, changing the position on the legs or on the spinning, just give me a little bit of walking. And overall, it's just lovely. It's peaceful, it's quiet. I'm not trying to keep up with someone. Not that there was ever a competition with them, but there was in my head. And today I'm kind of a bit more resolved. I had a lovely chat with my son this morning, and he was just, you know, being chill, you know, listening to some music, stuff like that. Tried that didn't work for some reason. When I listen to Amazon through my headphones, I get something like a discordant guitar going off every time the track changes, and that drove me mad. I had to actually restart my phone in the end to get rid of it, because it was coming through once I put my audio book on rather than the music. So I think that's going to be a thing that's going to get deleted from the phone. I might find a new music provider in due course, but that's okay. But yeah, really good. I've got a turn coming up ahead, but it can't be much worse than riding down that, looking at the view, thinking, God, what a lucky bloke I am to be out here, to have a family that'll let me do this and support me through it. So yeah, let's go. Welcome to Upper Red Rocks Lake Campground. I've just got here pretty much bang on 7 o'clock in the evening, which isn't bad. Left at 11. It's a good 8 hours in the saddle, and it's beautiful. Got the campsite to myself. There are wildflowers everywhere, which is fantastic. I don't know when if any others will come in here. I think a lot of the people I saw were looking to go straight through, if I'm honest, and go on a bit further. There's a small town. I think they're talking another 15 miles though. And to be honest, I've done 56. I'm very pleased with that. Wasn't sure I would after yesterday. I've had a great day, just great. I was getting very sore towards the end, but literally with 5 miles to go, 10 miles to go, I stopped a couple, stopped to top my bottles up, and then they said, when you come here, this is what you can expect. This water is not being piped anywhere. It's coming straight out of a natural spring. They said it's probably the purest water you'll ever drink. No need to filter it. No flavours. Absolutely wonderful. So really pleased with that. So walk up through the silver birch trees and the aspen, which are planted all around here. Most of these are aspen, the little chattering leaves. And this is the campground. It's got numbered pitches, but I don't think it really matters when there's no one here. From my point of view, it's fantastic. The road is literally on that bank above me. I've got that as my backdrop. There are bear boxes all around. There is a Smoky Joe's log cabin loo. It's a long drop loo, but absolutely brilliant. So I'll just get you in a little bit so you can see it in there. I'm not going to show the inside of a toilet. I'm sure you've seen one of those before. But yeah, so I've just been looking around at the various sites. You'd think they'd all be the same, but some are in shade, some are a bit nearer the water, and I've opted for one over here. I was going to go for this one first, and then I noticed all the gopher holes, and it literally was like the old fairground attraction with little gopher heads sticking up everywhere, and I didn't think I'd enjoy that. My tent in the middle of the night, having a gopher head ram me in the belly, so we went away with that one. So I've got bear boxes here. I've got a nice flat pitch here. I can get my tent down in here, and with that comes its own picnic table, which is a bit on the lean, but that's okay. I can cook on top of that, get my stove out and do that. It's been like grab a gopher for the last 5 miles. They're running around all over the place here. I don't know, must be just after the spring hatch or something, but anyway, I've made it. Really pleased. Not too worried about being on my own because there's bear boxes. That makes a big difference. There's a nominal fee of $7 to pay, which I'm sure won't break the bank, and nothing but bird song. It's a national wildfowl sanctuary. There's apparently lots of trumpeter swans on the lake in the right time of year, but I haven't seen any yet. There are 2 swans, but I can't identify them. But yeah, a great ride, a great day to a great campsite. So I'm going to leave you, get my tent set up. I'm going to sit and get some food done, sit in the tent and get some bits and bobs done, and that's it. I'm off for another early night, but had a great day. You take care out there. So the tent's up, the bike's unpacked, food's all in a little bag ready to go in next to my wash kit, my charging kit so I can charge up my essentials tonight. Little journal, just going to take some notes, make some notes about each day as I go along. I'm going to transcribe them into a lovely journal that my daughter gave me before I set off, which I'm going to do when I get home, because at the moment, where I've got such numbness in my fingers from gripping the bars all day long, I can barely, my writing's bad at the best of times. It's blinking awful when I can't feel my fingers, so that's okay. A little bit of rubbish bag to go in there, and then the delicacy of the day is beef ramen today, with 5 little snorky sausages cut up. You boil this for 3 minutes. Food of kings, that is, food of kings. Got a big flask of water next to me, and then I've got myself probably about my 4th bar of the day. I've got a Nature Valley sweet and salty nut granola bar. That'll be my pudding, because I can't go without a pudding. It's quite sad. I've used up probably 3/4 of the bar of Kendal mint cake that Connor gave me before I left. So I had a little bit of that before I sat down, but that's all but gone, so that's a sad loss. But yeah, other than that, I think I shall eat now, be ready in a couple of minutes, and then I'm done. I'm going to get a very early night again if I can. Just take care of myself, get some good sleep, put all this stuff in the bear bin, and tune out for the night, and hopefully I don't get disturbed. So looking forward to that, and hopefully another good night's sleep. And then long day tomorrow, going to go down to a place called Warm River. I keep getting it confused with Wise River, but I've been there, so I don't want to go back there. So down to Warm River, all going well. That's a 63 miler, which sounds terrible, but all the climbing is in the first quarter, and then from there it looks like it's almost all downhill, so that's great. I probably look like a Boy Scout with my bandana on, I've probably realised, but actually when I stopped for water today at the farm with those kind people, I soaked it in the water and dripped it down my back, and whilst it was really cold to start with, it was lovely. So really nice, and try to keep the sun off. It's gone, what is it now? It's gone 7 o'clock, 7:46, nearly 8 o'clock, and it is scorching out. As you can see, incredible sunshine. The mozzies and midges are just starting to make an appearance, so as soon as I've got my tea done, that's me inside the net, forget the world, and start afresh tomorrow. Welcome back to Red Rocks Upper Lake Campground. It's 7:15 in the morning. Tent's just drying out the door, but the bed's all taken down and packed away. Just got my loafy shoes on now rather than my cycling shoes, just for 10 minutes, give myself a breather. But yeah, reasonably good night's sleep, if I'm honest. Fitful. Got up in the middle of the night and then went back to bed, and I'm fairly sure I heard something scraping at the bear box. I'm thinking it was a gopher. I'm just going to go with gopher because that makes me feel a lot better about my life. But yes, beautiful day again. Scenery is just magnificent. I'm going that way in a minute, but I hope you can see because of the sun glare, but the water is steaming in the distance. Just about to put my porridge on, get myself something to eat, and be on the road probably by 7:30 at this rate, which is no bad thing. So yeah, all going well. Another fun day lies ahead. Montana, Idaho. Wow, not really that bad a climb, but quite tired to get to the top. So push the bike up at the sort of 12% bit. I've only got 2 more small climbs left for the day, and this is the biggie. From here down in is 4.5 miles of descent, which is great. It's taken me towards a small, I don't know, village, town, whatever they want to call it, called Island Park, where apparently there's a couple of stores and some bits and bobs. So I'm hoping I can get there. It's only 10 to 10. Hoping to get down there and get a good breakfast, to be honest. And from there, that should give me the energy to push on. But the majority of today's downhill anyway. Let me just go and check what I've done. 12.6 miles. So 12.6 miles is not a great deal, but it's chipped some of it away. And the road surface is been smoothed here. I've struggled up that hill and it's all been washboard and horrible, and they've obviously taken a planer to this because it's all, well, it's like corduroy on a ski slope on an early morning, which is lovely. So big mountains still up ahead, more mountains in the distance. Sorry about the dust cloud, but now you can see what I mean about wearing a bandana when they come past. But yeah, all good, moving forward. Welcome to Idaho. Welcome back. You might be able to tell, although I probably look just as ropey and shaggy as I do every time you see me on the video, that I'm pretty tired. This has been a lot harder than it was supposed to be. I've done 41 miles. The first 20 flew by, absolutely flew by. Got myself to a little RV park, was able to do some uploading, posting, all that sort of stuff. I stopped, they didn't have any coffee or breakfast, but I got myself a cinnamon roll and a bottle of orange juice, and that was lovely. And then pushed on, and then about, I don't know, maybe 8 miles later I came across the small hamlet of Island Park, although apparently the RV park was also in Island Park, and the lady there said that it's the longest main street in America, being about 10 miles long. But either way, I got to Island Park. Most of the cafes didn't open till 4, so it was Subway. I can deal with a Subway, but I prefer not to if I can help it. They're quite dry. So anyway, I had that. Then there was a grocery store, so I stopped up on a few victuals, which is great. And then I thought, yeah, great, we're pushing along. Got out of Island Park, and the road, call it a road, is made of this stuff. It's like black grit sand, and it is like trying to pedal through tar. It's, your bike slides, it sucks at the wheels, it's so difficult to move. And I've been doing this now for about 8 miles, and that's taken me nearly 2 hours. It's brutal. I've only got what have I got, bear with me, 21 3/4 miles to go, and at this rate that's going to take me a good 3 hours. I did stop someone on an ATV. Pretty much everyone's on an ATV here, and they said that the road goes over Buffalo River and then really smooths out. And I said, well, how far is that? And she said, oh, about a mile. Yeah, that was 3 miles ago. Still painful, but it's fabulous. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. It just is like something out of a movie, but it's very difficult to ride on. So I'm going to push on. I'm hoping to get there by 7. It's nearly 5. That's not going to happen. It's going to be 8, so that'll be 12 hours in the saddle today, with a couple of stops. But it's just almost an excuse to stop to take a video, rest myself from the saddle, get a drink, and then move on again. Well, that's pretty special, isn't it? Been following this river for about 1.5 miles now, taking loads of pictures, but I just thought it was time I got the camera out. Those that know me well will know that I've walked on my Wainwrights, and there are some that are out on a limb, and I have been known to crawl on my hands and knees to reach the summit of somewhere if it has an edge anywhere near it. I'm not good with edges. Heights, not so bad. Edges terrify me. So this is not doing me any favours whatsoever. The path is 5 foot wide. The drop is enormous. And I'm hugging the wall side. The timber you can see just up ahead is actually the emergence of a tunnel which goes all the way through that mountain. I took a picture at the beginning of it, and obviously it came out there. Whether this was a railway or a road, I do not know. It is stunningly beautiful and totally terrifying to someone like me at the same time. It's quite late in the day. It's just gone 7 o'clock in the evening now. What have I done? Done 59.8 miles. I've got about 3-4 miles to go. I'm absolutely exhausted. That horrible gravelly sand stuff went on for mile after mile. I hopped on a nearby dirt road that was of better quality for about 2 miles as it went out in a loop and came back and joined the trail. So I added distance, but I gained speed, absolutely. So I'm going to push on slowly to my far right, away from the edge, get to the campsite, and then I'm just going to have to find a bucket of water because I am absolutely black and grey and brown and all colours dirt. It's been a hot day, there's been a thunderstorm, I've not had any rain, and I just feel like I've got half the trail glued to me. So let's try and hope I can find a way of at least getting some of it off before I have to crawl into my bed. I'll speak to you later, and I'll leave you with that. Warm River. Got in 30 minutes ago. Big campsite, loads of RVs, not much camping. Met the hosts, Mike and Christine and Tony, and they said, yeah, we don't charge for divide riders. So got a little bit of grass, pretty flat to be honest, really pleased. They promptly went and got me a bottle of Pepsi and a bottle of Gatorade. I'm pitched up, got the tent up quick, got the bed made. Bike will be secure behind me. Apparently there's a bit of rain forecast tonight, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll deal with that. I'm just gonna get some more water in a minute so I can cook up my tea. But there was also a big group of some sort of venture cyclists here, so I'm just going to go over and have a chat with them because I'm a mercenary git and they had a barbecue out and you never know your luck. But Tony's kindly let me put the food in the back of his pickup so I don't have to worry about a bear box, because there's not one for this little area. This is just reserved for idiots like me on bikes who are overnighting. So really pleased. Very long day. Almost bang on 12 hours today to do 63 miles, which is shockingly bad, but that was that black sand stuff. That took me hours to navigate my way through that. But I've made it. I'm here. I'm tired. I've not looked at the profile for tomorrow yet. I'll worry about that once I've eaten some stuff. And yeah, that's me settled. A good day again, you know. Okay, it was hard work, but into the rhythm of it, just took my time. And bear in mind, I had probably almost an hour at the RV park, and then probably within 2 hours later I had another hour in Island Park, just going to the groceries and eating a Subway and everything else. So overall I can't really complain about the state of my progress. It's, you know, probably 10 hours riding. No Wi-Fi, no power, so I won't be able to do anything there, but that's okay. I can catch up. I've managed to book myself a warm showers, which is kind of people who have a bit of spare space in their yard or a spare room and they let you use their facilities, and I've managed to get that for Thursday and Friday evening. They've kindly said that I can have 2 nights there. So I'm going to do the 4th of July in their gaff in a place called Pinedale, which means I've got to push for another extra day to get there. Again, I don't know how far that is. I know it's 60 plus tomorrow. I've no idea what Cultivate to Pinedale is, but I'm going to have a well-earned rest day there. In a minute I may well have to get into the river because I'm just black. Everything on my feet are black, my face is black, my shirt is black, but that's okay. It's part of the, I've been in worse, and I've got a comfortable bed and some hot food coming my way, so all is good. So I might have a quick chat with you in the morning, but otherwise that's it for today. I'm off to my bed.